What is cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Boo TV. Like, comment, and subscribe. And shall we get into the topic for today? Oh, man. Yo. Bro, this Draymond Green, Jordan Poole thing, it's now getting just very comical to me. It's now just getting funny. Right? Honestly, you know, at this point, it should just be, the talking point should just be, all right, whatever happened, whatever, no big deal, we're moving on. Let's talk about how they're going to move on from this, how they're going to play together, you know, moving forward, everything moving forward. But it just keeps getting more comical because I don't even know where to start. Let's start here. Draymond Green's mom got her black ass on Twitter. Got her ass on Twitter. I always find it when old heads get on Twitter, either they really don't know what they're doing or they really don't know how it works completely. It just be funny. They be posting and saying things like, nigga, what? Anyway, she got on Twitter to shed her opinion on the whole situation with a flurry of tweets that ended up with her deactivating her Twitter account. I always find it funny when people deactivate their Twitter account. I'm just like, why? What? Why? Or they take a tweet down. It's like, why? You posted it. Don't you know how that? No, we'll get into that. Anyway, this is what she says. That wasn't a sucker punch. Dre didn't aggressively go to Poole. His hands were down. Man to man, you go over to talk, to ask what's up. What you say? Got shoved and reacted. End of story. Enjoy, Twitter. I'll just leave the chirping for the birds and let them tweet. I'm going to deactivate this app so no one can say what I think or believe. I hope it can work itself out for the betterment of the Doves. Have a great day, Twitter Nation. Retweet this. I hope everything can be fixed for the Warriors. Everybody has an opinion. Teammates have disagreements and sometimes fights. If we let it go, it can mend. Signing off. Hashtag family business. Family business. Hashtag. Listen, Miss Green. Miss Dear Sweet Draymond Green. I'll go in order. First of all, touching down on her opinion on whether it was a sucker punch or not. Here's what I've gathered. Since all this happened, there's been a lot of talking about a back and forth, and it seems like social media and the community seems to be split on whether they think it's a sucker punch or it wasn't a sucker punch. People have been going back and forth. And then, so for me, at the end of the day, does it really matter if it was a sucker punch or not? No. A punch was thrown, it connected, end of day. Alright, whatever. Is there, I don't know, because I never actually Googled it. Is there a Google definition of sucker punch? Is there an Urban Dictionary definition of sucker punch? I don't know. But from what I've been able to gather by looking at so many people going back and forth and reading their opinions, whether something is determined a sucker punch or not seems to be relative to where you come from, what hood you were raised on, what values you go by, what code you live by. Right? And I've seen good points on both sides, and it made me think like, that's a good point regarding stuff. That's also a good point. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I just feel like, depending on where you're from, how you were raised, what's your code, what's your block like, you know, what you live by, from where you come from, the definition of a sucker punch is going to change, and it's relative to the person or to the community. It's kind of where and who's to say that you're right or you're wrong on what you consider a sucker punch or not. It is what it is. Regardless, a punch was thrown. And even with the whole, how should a person act after being shoved? How should a person act after doing this, after shoving somebody? Depending on who you talk to, what hood they from, like I said, what code, they're going to give you different answers on how they would handle that situation. First of all, I'll say this. I wouldn't have did what Jordan Poole did. If I see a man, especially a hothead like Draymond Green, I already know he a hothead, aggressively approaching me like that, I'm not just going to stand there and let the man get all up in my face. Mistake number one, Jordan Poole. No, I ain't going to let the man do that. First thing I'm going to do, either jump back or back up. I'm going to say something to him like, hey, slow your roll, son. Hey, what you coming at me for? Hey, what's good? And either I'm going to back up to create space, and I can keep my hands down as long as I create space. And then if he charges me even more, then I'm going to throw the first fist out. He getting decked before he even get up in my face. You don't get in my face like that. Or when I back up, I'm automatically fisticuffs, baby. What are we talking about? So that's mistake one by Jordan Poole. He ain't even getting in my face like that. On God. That ain't happening. So like I said, at the end of the day, does it really matter if it's considered a sucker punch or not? No. But I do feel like it seems to be a relative thing, and I think there's good points on both sides on, it's not or it is. So have at it. Let me know if you think it was a sucker punch and why. If you don't think it was a sucker punch, let me know and why. Y'all go to war in the comment section. I love to see it. I love to see it. Next, when she said, I'm going to deactivate this app so no one can say what I think or believe. My dear sweet Miss Green, do you understand how Twitter works, ma'am? Do you understand how the internet works? When you post something on the internet, I don't give a fuck how quickly you delete that shit. It's getting sent out quickly to hundreds of people, especially you. You're connected to an NBA player. That shit's already screenshotted. That shit's already pulled off the computer. That metadata has been retrieved. That shit is on a floppy disk, not a CD-ROM, not a thumb drive. That shit on a floppy disk. Everybody got that shit on every media, on every form of media. Throw that joint in a DOS computer, bro. Macintosh, a Packard Bell with a floppy drive. We got that tweet, baby. What you talking about? So I don't think she understands how the internet works. Like, she's like, I'm going to deactivate this so no one can say what I think or believe. What the hell are you talking about? Even if you deactivated it, they grab that tweet and they can take that picture and tweet about it themselves and give their opinion on what you said or what you think. What are you talking about, sweetheart? You know how Twitter works? You know how the internet works? That thought is no longer in your head, baby. Once you hit send, that thought is no longer in your head. That is for everybody. That is public domain, sweetheart. She said no one can say what I think or believe. Especially in today's age. Shit, everybody giving an opinion on something because everything you say is wrong, apparently. They people salivating to cancel everybody out here. They just waiting, lurking under a rock. Who am I going to cancel today? It's ridiculous. Cancel culture. Kiss my black ass. Cancel culture. Give a fuck about that shit. Anyway. But the one thing I do agree with her on is when she says teammates have disagreements and sometimes fights. If we let it go, command signing off. Yeah, I mean, she's right. At the end of the day, this shit happens in sports a lot. It just seems we're reacting to it. How we're reacting to it is because the video footage leaked, and we rarely see the video footage of this stuff. But I'm sure there has been countless of other fights. Even in, forget the other sports. Can't imagine the amount of altercations that go down in football. Shit, baseball. Especially baseball, it's a long ass season, bro. A lot of games, long ass season. A lot of traveling, man. You see those baseball players see each other all the time. A lot more than NBA players. All the time. All the games they play. Traveling together. And then what was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. But yeah, you can imagine it. There's been punches that I'm sure have been thrown way worse than that, but we just never saw it. So now that people are finally getting to see it, there's a sensitivity that's attached to it. For me, I was like, when I saw the punch, I was like, I thought it was worse than what it was. I just thought, Draymond might have punched him in the chest. I didn't think he probably connected in the face. But I was like, oh, shit. Oh, got his ass good. Full arm extension, body thrust. And I was like, yeah. But I wasn't like, super overreact. Like, oh my God, this is over. That's like, hey man, I understand this is a man's sport. Men will be men. Tempers rise, adrenaline's bumping, and fist throw. And I think what speaks to that testament is that this is just normal. And I understand a lot of people think, well, this shouldn't be the norm. This shouldn't be normalized. There's a case to be said about that. Probably shouldn't, but men will be men at the end of the day. And you can notice how after the punch was thrown, how everybody reacted to it. Though a lot of the players had their back to the scuffle, though they had their back to the punch, and once the scuffles kind of started, or Draymond Green like on top of them, they turned around. But you see, it wasn't like extremely like overreactive. Even the guys that saw the punch, the reaction, wasn't as super strong. I think the reaction was much worse by the public than the people in the facility. That's just my opinion. Yeah, but like for me, this shit happens. Let's move forward. Um, and go from there. See if you can mend it. It might, like I said, it might not be mendable. For Draymond Green, he apologized. I'm sure he's ready to fortify the bridge. He's ready to put it all together, move forward. But it takes two. And Jordan Poole's the other half of the equation. And he's a young buck. And we don't know how he's going to react to this. So even though Draymond Green is extending the olive branch, Jordan Poole doesn't have to accept it, and he might not. And then you got the whole team. After seeing this, they probably are feeling some type of way about Draymond. If they can trust this guy, if this guy's going to cost us a championship or not, because he can't control himself. That's another factor. But we'll see if they can move on from this and still, contribute or still walk the path of a championship, walk the path of a champion. But we'll see. So I'll agree with her there. This shit happens, and we move on now. And honestly, I think had the video not released, one of the reasons Steve Kerr and the staff was so mad about the video releasing is because they know now that they're facing public pressure that they're going to have to suspend him because everyone's going to think it looks bad otherwise if you don't suspend him. What precedent are you setting in your organization? Otherwise, had that video not leaked, and now it still has. I think it still has to be determined if he's going to lose any games or miss any games. Don't know yet. But I tell you what, I know for a damn fact, if that video did not leak, he would not have missed any games. We'll see how many games he missed, if any. But I definitely think their reaction is going to be more towards the public pressure that they're going to be feeling, as far as forcing their hand to enforce some type of suspension on Draymond Green. I mean, I saw the punch, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's good for at least 10, 15 games. And then bring him back. 10, 15, bring him back. If they were to give him 5, if they were to give him 5 games, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, all right, cool, 5 games, I bet. Get back on the court. Let's play ball. No, that's me. Anyway, Miss Draymond Green, you can reactivate your Twitter. Deactivating your Twitter did not do anything for you. Just go ahead, bring your Twitter back. You can go check your feed, see what your friends doing. Put out some more tweets if you want to. But you can bring your Twitter back because deactivating it did nothing for you. It is public domain now, sweetheart. You take care, Miss Draymond Green. Miss Draymond Green, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I got no ill will towards you, baby. Alright, it's all love here, baby. And everybody else, like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. We out. Baby.